The wounds are still fresh. This is your warning. Put the firearms down. You're tuned in to a Laesaidit commentary on Brianna DreamDoll Bri Johnson and Arthur Lee Johnson III. Let me ask you something. If you knew that picking up a firearm today could be the reason someone's mother is standing over a casket tomorrow, would you still pick it up? If you knew that one decision could leave an entire family traumatized for the rest of their lives, would you still do it? If you knew that the person you're angry with has a mother who loves them, a father who loves them, a little brother or sister who looks up to them, would you still pull that trigger? Because here's the problem. Some of you are walking around with firearms like they're toys, like they're accessories, like they're going to make you respected, like they're going to make people afraid of you. But you don't understand something. A gun doesn't make you powerful, and it damn sure doesn't make you a man. Sometimes a firearm just makes you the person responsible for destroying someone else's entire family. And I need you to listen to me, because this isn't just another story. This isn't just another shooting. This isn't just another hashtag. I'm not making this video just to tell you about what happened to Brianna DreamDoll Bri Johnson and her cousin A.J. Johnson III. I'm telling you their story because I want you to understand what happens when we continue down this road. I'm telling you this because maybe, just maybe, somebody watching this is holding a firearm right now. Maybe someone is thinking about getting one, or maybe someone has a friend telling them, come on, let's go. I'm only trying to make you understand how detrimental it is for you in this very moment to make a choice that could literally mean the difference between life and death. And that choice requires one simple thing from you. Put the guns down. Not tomorrow, not next week, not later. Now. The person you're trying to prove yourself to isn't going to sit in that courtroom with you. Wait, correction. They may, as an accomplice, as a co-defendant, and 9 times out of 10, they're going to throw you under the bus. And also, 9 times out of 10, there are people that love them deeply. So when you end their life, you're also giving the remaining family death too, in a sense. Because when you decide to take their loved ones' lives, they too receive a sentence. Except with theirs, they have to live through it every single day, knowing their lives were stolen from them. And for what? And sadly, sometimes that's the hardest thing to do. The wounds are still fresh. They were just buried yesterday. And right now, Brianna and AJ's story is still circulating across social media. People are talking, people are mourning, and people are sharing their pictures, and people are saying their names. But we all know how this works. Eventually, the algorithm moves on. Another story will trend. Another tragedy will happen. Another family will be crying. Another hashtag will take over your timeline. And eventually, some people will forget. But the families don't get to forget. They don't get to scroll past it. They don't get to close the app. They don't get to turn off their phones and go back to normal. Because there is no normal anymore. There's an empty space where their loved ones used to be. Brianna Johnson was 21 years old. Many people knew her online as DreamDoll Bri. She had built a following. She had a life. She had people who loved her. She had dreams. And she had time. At least she was supposed to have time. Arthur Lee A.J. Johnson III was also 21 years old. He was the cousin of Brianna Johnson, known online as DreamDoll Bri, as I just stated. And according to police, the two were together in the Lamborghini when the shooting occurred. Initially, AJ was listed under critical condition but later passed from his injuries, turning the case into a double homicide. Now, I myself am guilty of referring to AJ as DreamDoll Bri's cousin, and for that, I want to sincerely apologize. Yes, they were family. Yes, they were cousins, but AJ still had his own identity. He had his own life, his own dreams, his own people who loved him, and his own story, and that deserves to be told. He was just not DreamDoll's cousin. He was AJ, and I want to make sure that in telling this story, we honor him as his own person and not allow his life to be overshadowed. He had a life that existed before that tragic morning. And I think that's something we sometimes forget when someone dies alongside a person who is more publicly known. We remember the person whose name we recognize. But then I also feel like a hypocrite because I can't tell AJ's story without mentioning his cousin Brianna. Their family described them as inseparable. They grew up together. They were more like siblings than cousins. That's how close they were. So while I want to make sure AJ is remembered as his own person, his cousin Brianna played a significant part in his life. They both attended high school together and graduated in 2023. It's also been shared that they both enrolled at Bethune-Cookman University in Daytona Beach. And now, to the sad part, the timeline, the final hours of Brianna Johnson and Arthur Lee A.J. Johnson III. Let's go back to the beginning. Before the headlines, before the 911 calls, before the gunshots, before the hospital, before two families were forced to say goodbye to their loved ones. On the morning of July 5th, 2026, Brianna, AJ, and another passenger were together in a lime green Lamborghini SUV in Miramar, Florida, following a party. Law enforcement later shared that the three were traveling in the vehicle at around 5:30 a.m. The moments before the shooting. There are reports that the group had stopped at a gas station before the shooting and that surveillance footage captured an altercation. There are also reports that a light-colored vehicle may have followed the Lamborghini, but that is all alleged, y'all. That hasn't been confirmed by law enforcement. That's just what they're saying on the internet.
Her wig was off and Bri is waving it around. Now the narrative was Bri was making fun of her, waving the wig around. The girl was embarrassed, crying, and her people was the one responsible for killing Bri them. But the girl spoke out. She said that narrative is wrong. She said after the fight, her wig did get pulled off and she let Bri them hold it while they was shooting the video. Cause mind you, the whole day, Bri them been shooting this video. They was shooting the video at the mansion. They was shooting the video outside by the Maybach. And they was allegedly shooting a video at the gas station after the fight. So the girl said, shit, basically after she got beat up and the wig got pulled off, she let Bri them hold it to, shoot the video. And she said she was there hyping them up. But the people say her body language don't show she was in a good spirit and hyping them up. It showed that she was embarrassed. But she responded.
Oh,
wait.
Oh shit. So
it's like a disrespect.
It was, and they knew the girl that was fighting.
having your wig, I instantly thought different. Exactly. If you look at it, you would think that.
It's crazy how you can be here in 1 minute and in the next second, lights are out. But what we do know, is within a 3-minute span from 5:30 to 5:33 a.m. According to law enforcement, after a friend that was with the group was dropped off, a white sedan pulled alongside the driver's side of the Lamborghini and gunfire erupted. All three people inside the SUV were struck by gunfire. The Lamborghini continued for approximately a block before crashing. Police responded after receiving a shot spotter alert and found the vehicle after the crash. Immediately afterward, the scene became chaotic. Now, I didn't just want to spring this on y'all, so content warning. We will be listening to the 911 call, and we will watch the video where you can hear the sound of gunfire that ultimately ended the life of 21-year-old Brianna Johnson and A.J. Johnson III. I understand that it may be deeply disturbing and emotionally difficult. That's okay. This is not a reenactment. This is not a movie. These are not actors. These are real gunshots, a real emergency call, a real tragedy. So if you're unable to listen to it in this moment, it's okay. I will let you know when it's done and just give you the time to fast forward so you won't have to hear none of that.
Okay.
I can't do this. I can't. Yes.
Okay. I have it here. Listen, I have the company given up and how this person looks.
I don't know. Just come to the address, please.
They are going to be on the way, but we need to know how the subject looks.
Do this. I can't.
Man, calm down. You see what's not going to help.
I cannot.
You think it's a kind of thing?
I cannot do this right now. I cannot do this right now.
Give the phone to someone who can speak with me. Give the phone to someone who can speak with me.
I cannot do this. Bring the ambulance. Bring the ambulance here.
Yes, ma'am. We have the call. Please for rescue as well, ma'am.
I can't do this. Everything is happening today. Everything. Who the fuck is this?
We have the call for police in the van. Hello.
Just come, please just come.
Okay,
Come.
Hey, Regional, this is Miramar Rest 19, and about to study with a level 1 trauma. 21-year-old female patient. She was involved in a shooting. She's been shot multiple times. At this time, we have entrance wound to the back, another gunshot to the left, to the right, the thigh area. She's breathing right now 18 times a minute, starting at 98%. Heart rate is 109. We're assisting ventilations with a BVM. This time she's a GCS of 3. What else we got? All vitals appear within normal limits. She has a chest heel slide to the back, turning into her right side. And we're not requesting any orders this time. We'll be around the facility here for 5 minutes, on arrival. Rescue 19 to regional, you guys copy. Rescue 19 to regional, you copy trauma alert, 21-year-old female. Rescue 19 to more regional. You are Rescue 19 to more regional. Please confirm you copy the level 1 trauma alert.
This is regional.
Good morning, regional. This is your Rescue 19 and Roger facility with a 21-year-old female patient. Chief complaint at this time is level 1 trauma alert. Patient was a victim in a shooting, so he currently has a gunshot wound to the back upper back area. She has another gunshot to her right side. This time, all her vital signs are within normal limits. She is unresponsive. We're working on getting a BGL for you guys. We're unsure if she has any gunshot wounds to her area. There's a lot of blood in that area. We have an ID established. We're not requesting any orders this time. BGL is 294. We're around the facility now. We've been about 5 minutes. We'll advise of any changes.
It says GCS is GCS rescue.
That was extremely heavy if you actually decided to listen to everything. So, if you need it, give yourself a break. You can always return. The video will still be up. Now, 911 calls captured the panic following the shooting, with callers desperately asking for help and emergency responders being sent to the scene. So when it comes to the third victim, I have yet to post his photo, primarily out of respect for him because he did survive. I don't know if he wants to be posted, but all 3 victims were transported to nearby hospitals in critical condition. July 5th, 2026, Brianna Johnson, 21, sadly succumbed to her injuries from said shooting.
You put love on top. You put love on top. Baby, you are the one I love. You sure you are the one I need. And baby, you are the one I see. Come on, baby, it's you. You are the one I get from us. And you are the one I always call. Finally, you put the love on top. I'm finished singing.
Okay, very good.
July 5th through July 8th, AJ fought for his life. AJ survived the initial shooting but remained hospitalized in critical condition. For 3 days, his family and loved ones waited and hoped that he would survive. July 8th, 2026, AJ Arthur Lee A.J. Johnson III, also 21, he sadly succumbed to his injuries as well. His death transformed the incident from a shooting that killed Brianna into a double homicide. The only survivor was the third victim. He survived, but he left the hospital with his jaw wired shut.
You broke now eating peas and rice? Bitch, my mama cooked this. I can eat this. That don't mean I'm broke. Lenny, go get my coin. Go get my coin, Lenny. Cause the bitch don't think I got me broke up. I swear to God, I lay all you hoes. Bitch, I got time today. I lay all you hoes. I got time today. I don't give a fuck. Bitch, I got time today. I will lay all you hoes. Just cause I'm eating poker beans and rice with my chicken wings, bitch, that don't mean I'm broke. I ain't gotta eat out every motherfucking day. The fuck? Cause bitch, you never gave broke, how about it? When the fuck y'all see me with braids? Y'all see me with 40 inches back to back. Y'all mad cause I'm young and I'm 21 in Jamaica with no kids. They told me I'm living like a grown ass bitch, old clown ass. So they say no.
What's up, y'all? Come with me and my cousin finna get my Chanel bag. So let's go. So I'm getting this bag right here. Y'all see me going in that Goyard bag. Spin that shit. Thank you. Thank you.
After their deaths, the investigation continues, with police working to determine exactly what led to the shooting and why the Lamborghini was targeted. At the time of this video, I found no suspect has yet to be made public or arrested, and a motive has yet to be released.
It's your girl Bri, and you rocking with the hottest DJ in Broward County. Tune in to motherfucking YN Promotions. Thank ya.
Now, this is all speculation, but I did share a photo of her earlier with you all. And this was the fourth passenger, the woman who was able to get out of the vehicle before the shots rang out. This is who people saying was involved. We can't say for certain, but the streets are talking. But then something else happened. As people began trying to piece together what happened to Bri in those final hours, another conversation started taking over social media. And this one involves two names that keep coming up again and again. An influencer that goes by the name of Woo Lady, and a hairstylist who, according to rumors circulating online, may have been around prior to the shooting. Now, let me be very clear before we go any further. I'm not telling you these women were involved in the death of Brianna Johnson and AJ Johnson. I'm not telling you that anyone set Bri up, and I'm not going to turn a rumor into a fact just because it sounds good for a YouTube video. But when a young woman is murdered and people start raising questions about who was around her, what happened before she was unalived, and what certain people may or may not have known, then I think we have a responsibility to ask the questions. So let's talk about it. Because what exactly is the Woo Lady connection, and why did a hairstylist suddenly become part of the conversation surrounding Bri's and AJ's final hours? So I couldn't play it because of the music, of course, but Woo Lady verbatim said they left the party, went to the gas station. When they left the gas station, two girls that have nothing to do with Bri ended up getting a tussling, and Bri just died for no reason. Two girls started fighting. This a little 1-2 of what they had going on. It went left where YNs jumped in and they followed their A, and they pew-pewed up the car. Bri just died for no reason. Those are Woo Lady words. Now, as far as it pertains when it comes to Woo Lady, she was one of the very first few people to speak about it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that lady was involved. But I do have to be honest. Before I even heard about the situation on the news, I saw it on TikTok from Woo Lady. Now, some people have said that she announced it before the families, but I always assumed that was because prior to the incident, you can find a few videos of DreamDoll Bri and Woo Lady on TikTok Live discussing tricks and, you know, other things for the girls. I had to mute because of the music, but this is Woo Lady expressing how she would cover the funeral and make sure DreamDoll Bri was laid to rest properly.
Yeah, we block your hoes.
And of course, this is the internet, so people had questions. They wanted to know if Woo Lady truly kept her word or not.
Yeah, get the
now that the funeral has came and went, of course, commentators are wondering, did Woo Lady keep her word? And Woo Lady, she didn't confirm or deny, and I can't say if she did because I don't know for certain. But what I will say is that she's now blocking people that are asking about Brianna Johnson funeral, although it was yesterday. And I don't like people like that, because you're blocking people and you're offended by a situation that you created. No one told you to get on the internet and say that you were going to do this and you were going to do that. Now, these are messages that Woo Lady posted confirming that she did indeed do something for the funeral of 21-year-old Brianna DreamDoll Johnson. So, just like there's a rumor about Woo Lady being involved, there's also one about the hairdresser. The hairdresser who was around Bri earlier, and it's been said that she was dropped off before the gunfire started, almost minutes after she got out of that vehicle. But nothing has been set in concrete yet. Law enforcement hasn't confirmed anything, so it's just rumors and speculation. Let's talk about that down below. After hearing the rumors and allegations surrounding her death, do you believe the hairstylist and Woo Lady played a role in it? They knew something, or people are just grasping at straws? Let me know down below, but remember, remain respectful. My opinion about the entire situation is after something so traumatizing and devastating occurring, their loved ones need someone to blame. They need to know who took these two lights out of our world and why. The drama leading up to the funeral. While people were coming together to celebrate the lives of Brianna and AJ, some began to question the way their deaths were being represented online, particularly the overwhelming number of Rest in Peace DreamDoll Bri shirts and merchandise compared to the recognition AJ was receiving. Now, from the very beginning, AJ's father reportedly made his wishes clear. He did not want his son's image printed on shirts, pants, cups, bowls, or any merchandise. He said that he and his son had previously discussed this and that he was honoring his son's wishes. That's why when the drama began, so many people were confused. Some of the criticism appeared to be coming from AJ's own sister, and many people questioned why the situation was escalating at a time when both the families are still grieving. It hasn't even been an entire 2 days since the funeral yet.
I didn't know this was just Grieve balloon release. I was just worried about a pink shirt. How you feel like it's blue?
It's everybody.
It's everybody's.
Hey, dog.
I thought everybody was gonna want to pull.
Hey, cousin.
No, they made a whole fight. Cause you know, they made a whole flyer for a balloon release and you put my brother on the flyer.
Who made the flyer?
I don't know, whoever made the flyer.
I seen one with two on. I seen one with both of them.
I just feel with both of them for real.
I just blue out here, baby. Hey, blue out here. Blue out here. Look, don't get upset. Look, blue is out.
Blue is out there.
Look.
For both of them.
Look, blue out here.
Blue and blue.
Look around. Look around. I want you to look around for real. Don't get upset. Blue is out here.
Don't get all that blue.
Don't get upset, Alicia. Look at it.
All right, we can just release them.
No, AJ too.
Looking like AJ too. It's both of them.
Blue is out here, baby.
You see all this blue?
Alicia is out here. I do see it. Look.
Okay, we can just release.
Mama, please don't do that.
It's a lot of stress.
Mama, okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Blue out here, baby. Blue out here, baby.
Oh, I just don't want to do it. She's taking it.
And yes, you know I have to ask, do you think she's justified in feeling the way she feels? Should Brianna and AJ have had separate funerals from the beginning? And does her reaction come across as jealousy, or is she simply hurting because she feels as if her brother's memory was being overshadowed? Let me know down below. Remember, remain respectful. Now, if you've made it this far, thank you so very much. I ask that you like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts down below about this entire situation. And I also ask you spin the block for part 2. In part 2, we're going to finish discussing the drama and the actual funeral. Take me.